Looking for the green flag. Randy Nelson on the pole. Green flag's in the air. We're underway. And it will be Josh Shipley taking the race lead off of turn number 2 as Nelson and Stevie Sussex go side by side for second. Stevie on the inside hill will take over the second spot, but Nelson fighting back up top. They're still side by side off of turn number 4. Shipley leads lap number 1. Then it's going to be Nelson and Sussex scored second and third. Now Stevie with a great run to the inside of turn number 1. He'll take over second and drive away from the 9X of Nelson. Down the back straightaway, it's Shipley, Sussex, Nelson, Dustin Burkhart, and the battle is on for fifth side by side. Ronald Webster in the 51 and Pete Yurkovich as Randy Nelson almost went out of the ballpark. He's going to go try to battle and hold off for that third spot. Now Dustin Burkhart in the 34 AZ. Those two drivers go side by side for a brief moment as Stevie Sussex now reels in the backside of that black and orange number 2 machine. It's the orange car of Sussex, the number 12, looks to the outside of Josh Shipley, the Prez, off of turn number 4. Side by side, give it to Sussex. Stevie takes the race lead. Josh Shipley mounts a charge back through turns 1 and 2. Now it's going to be Stevie Yard in the field off of turn number 2, down the back straightaway into 3. Off turn number 4, Stevie has checked out to about a 6-car length advantage over Josh Shipley. Another 8-car lengths back to Randy Nelson. 2 back to Dustin Burkhart, who drops the nose down the inside of the number 9X for third. Burkhart can't quite do anything with him as the top 5 now gets single file. Then it's hot and heavy 6 on back. Jonas Reynolds, Joe Shepner, and Tyler Moe starting to work their way up through the field. They just got to run the 3-car, Pete Yurkovich. They come off of turn number 4. Tyler Most to the outside, the 17 of Joe Shepner. That is a battle for 7th on the racetrack. Tyler Most in the 3M. Off of turn number 2, right behind the tail tank of the 17 of Shepner. Shepner going to drop the nose down the inside, trying to get past Randy Nelson. He tries that. Tyler Most, he's going to swing it around the outside of Shepner. Now look to the inside of Nelson. Nelson, though, going to go down the bottom in turn number 1. As they work off at turn number 2, Most has taken over the 7th spot from Joe Shepner. Now has his sights set on the 6th position from Randy Nelson. And he is going to use the top side of the racetrack as they work their way down the back or down the front stretch into turn number 1. It's still Most doing battle with Nelson. Great turn that time. Turn number 2, they're knotted up. Drag race. Nelson with the advantage into 3. Out front, still no change. It's Stevie Sussex. He's slicing and dicing, getting past some lap cars, followed by Josh Shipley, Dustin Burkhart, Randy Nelson, and Ronald Webster, who got right up to the tail tank of Nelson as Tyler Most pick him up once again off of turn number 2. He just blew right by the 0-star of Jonas Reynolds. So move Tyler Most into the 6th position. Now has a fast hot rod here tonight. Starting this race back in the outside of the top 10 and 11th. Right now running in that 6th spot as we got a couple of cars almost made contact right ahead of your race leader, the 25 AZ of Rick Schumann, and the Ledbetter machine, the 70O, as Pete Yurkovich goes off the racetrack. 2 cars make contact. 1 car goes up and over. That's Jesse Stonecipher right ahead of your race leader, Stevie Sussex. Green flags in the air. We're underway once again. 11 laps to go. And Dustin Burkhart saw the bottom open. He tried to get all he could right there from Stevie Sussex. Almost went side by side with him. Stevie Sussex, a little bit of a wiggle off of turn number 2. Dustin Burkhart putting the throttle down. He's trying to get past Stevie Sussex. Here comes Tyler Most. Top 3 drivers, they break away from Randy Nelson and Ronald Webster as Dustin Burkhart once again puts the pressure on the 12 machine of Sussex. Dustin Burkhart has lit the wick on the number 12 machine of Stevie Sussex, using that low line here tonight in the 34 AZ, but Sussex hanging on to the race lead. Let's see if he starts driving away as Sussex now going to go down the inside of the racetrack, take away Dustin's line. See, the 12 machine did not like that. Off of turn number 2, Burkhart with a strong run pulled right up to the tail tank. Off of turn number 4 they come. It's Stevie still out front by about 5 car lengths. So he does this time in turns 1 and 2. He's going to go down low once again. Burkhart able to get such a good drive though off the corner, and actually that time it went to Stevie Sussex. So Sussex drives off of turn number 2 with the momentum, and he drives away once again from the 34 AZ of Burkhart. Well, Dustin trying to make it exciting right there. Those first couple laps off the restart just didn't have anything for him, as now Burkhart finds himself in second. Still has a pretty comfortable size advantage over the driver back in third place, Tyler Most. Then fourth on back, you see Randy Nelson and Ronald Webster. They're starting to work side by side and actually catching up to the three of Tyler Most, who almost whipped around at the apex of turn number 2. Tyler Most almost went for a spin through turns 1 and 2, able to get back in it though. He's going to go to the top side of the racetrack once again. Here comes Randy Nelson, that number 9 X Machine. Nelson, a little squirrely off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway, but they go 3 wide now with Webster, Most, and Nelson bottom to top on the track. Great racing action here. Third on back, Tyler Most has it. Randy Nelson, Ronald Webster, they want it though. They run 4th and 5th on the racetrack with Webster dropping the nose down. No, Nelson gonna go way up to the top side of the racetrack. Can't do anything with it. He'll lose the spot to Webster now. Now Webster using the bottom side of the track. Here comes Nelson, has the car back underneath him. He's going to put down on the throttle, try to work his way around the 51 of Webster, who's going to get slowed up just a smidge here by the 88 of Philip Deeney. They put him 1 lap down. Webster though with a strong drive to the inside, the number 3 of Tyler Most. Great battle for the third spot between Most, Webster, and Nelson as Stevie Sussex. He will lead the field off of turn number 4. White flag in the air this time for your race leader. He heads into turn number 1. Got a couple of lap cars. We'll see if he wants to contend with them or not. Brian Ledbetter and Rick Schumann going into turn number 3. Looks like Stevie backs her off as Ledbetter almost got to Rick Schumann. Stevie Sussex will win tonight's main event at Arizona Speedway over Dustin Burkhart, and Ronald Webster gets Tyler Most at the line for third. Sorry about that. He's out of the car, race fans. Make some noise for Stevie Sussex, your main event winner here tonight. God damn, this crowd's good. Arizona proud here tonight is Stevie Sussex, your main event winner. That's 2 in a row for the Robbie Gay Unknown Machine. Well, Stevie, those first couple of runs right there, you made it look easy. That last restart, though, Dustin Burkhart gave you a challenge.
Yeah, you know, I went and did the same thing I was doing, and I just didn't get my momentum quick enough, and the car was getting a little tight once I lost some fuel load, and I had to give up on the top. It just got a little too tight up there, and I'm not very good at running the bottom, so I felt like I kept missing my mark a little bit.
Yeah, it definitely showed down there in 2.
Yeah, so I just went kind of back to where I kind of know where to run, and luckily we were able to hold it off. But no, we had the car. The first half of the race was really good. I wasn't having to overdrive at all. It was just going right around there like really easy. And then second half of the race, just when we lost a little bit of fuel load, it just got really snug on the right rear. And with these Challenge Cup engines, they don't have a lot of horsepower, so you don't want to be too tight in them because you could go over your head real easy. So luckily I was able to, or Dustin wasn't able to get around me, and then I wouldn't have had to work as hard on the outside. So yeah, it was good though. I'm just glad to be back in Arizona, get a win for Robbie and Gay. It's awesome running for them. They always give me a good race car, and I always know every time I come in their car, I have a chance to win. So it's always nice as a driver.
Yeah, it definitely is nice. Now, let's go back to that first half of the race, man. I saw a little bit of an action there happen in front of you between some lap cars, man. What's going through a driver's mindset trying to work his way around those lap cars to see a flip?
Yeah, you know, I saw four, like I said, I think there was like 4 of them going in there, and none of them, they were all pointed in different directions. So I kind of know as a driver, you kind of got to lift and just go down to the bottom because you could kind of see something brewing there, and sure enough, flip happened, and just was lucky enough to be down on the bottom of the racetrack and missed it.
Well, another trip to Santan Ford Victory Lane for Stevie Sussex. I know you got a lot of people you like to thank down here.
Oh yeah, just the whole crew. I mean, Robbie, Gay, Micah, Jess, my girlfriend, Larry, just all of them come down and help. It's definitely a team effort. Definitely not just a driver doesn't win races. It's a car that gets worked on in the shop that always wins, because if you're not working in the shop, your car is probably not going to finish. So.
And I know he'll watch this, but where's old part-timer Chase at tonight?
I have no idea.
One of the crew guys not making it out tonight, but Stevie Sussex made it out, and he made it to Santan Ford Victory Lane here at Arizona Speedway. And Stevie coming home in first place over Dustin Burkhart. Stevie used to drive this 34 AC car. Man, Dustin, you really lit the wick there, that final restart. Gave him a challenge. I think you showed him that bottom, though.
Yeah, just like last time, he keeps getting me. It's getting old. Congrats, man. No, but yeah, got to thank all the fans, packed house. Got to thank all these guys right here. My Uncle Mike, John, Johnny, Tanner, Chris, Lincoln, Corn Dog.
Aren't we all?
Shauna, Shelly, all my neighbors, Josh, appreciate all of their help. We bent it up pretty good a couple weeks ago, so it was a team effort trying to get this thing back together this week, so hats off to them.
Well, definitely putting it all together as Dustin Burkhart here to close out the season. I think we'll see him in victory lane before too long as Ronald Webster able to get Tyler Most at the line. Man, Ronald, that race for third place right there looked fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. The track was super nice, and our setup was on. I wish we would have been up in the front with those guys, but next time we'll get them.
Yeah, definitely, man. You know, it's been a struggle, I think, in the sprint car deal, but it seems like you're really turning it around here lately.
Oh, yeah, we're getting it figured out. I have a lot of people that help me out. Mike Waddle with Desert Winds Automotive, and then my family. My wife's always supporting me, my uncle, my dad, my grandpas. So, yeah, they're the ones who are getting this thing going for me. So.
And you definitely got a beautiful car, and you got some people you'd like to thank, too.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Desert Winds Automotive, Kelly Car Wash, Arizona Tubes and Hoses, Envy Nightclub, and shoot.
Who else is on there?
Alpha Tech Coatings.
All right, Ronald Webster comes home in third tonight over Tyler Most. Tyler Most, bring that Mississippi mud flap over here, brother. The ginger variety, that ain't scary enough, huh? So Tyler Most, man, hard charger again here tonight, man. Started 11th, got up to third. Let's talk to Ronald about that battle for third place, man. That was exciting.
Yeah, man, it was fun. Ronald's great. He's always fun to race against. He always races you clean, always races you with respect. Getting a little tired of the hard chargers, because if I could just run a good heat race, you know, we'd be able to start up front and maybe win one. But, you know, it's always good when you can pass that many cars and have a good night. I just want to thank my guys for coming out. I want to thank Sin City Motorsports, Border Tire, Transtar Insurance, Pilot, ATI, Trucking, everyone that helps us every week. We can't do it without it. Thank you to the fans for coming out. Hope you guys had fun. Hopefully the Wing guys can put a good show on for you too. Congratulations to Stevie. Congrats to Dustin. It was a good night.
Time for a cold beer for Tyler Most.